Sorry I showed you my asshole.
That's okay.
Why didn't we come back for that? Wait, now I made it look like there is something. Oh, the fan fiction.
You know, and I'm in control of that. I could have waited until the end of that, like, 3 minutes. Okay, whatever, spiel. Hey, guys, hopefully you can't hear us. If you can, sorry we showed you our assholes.
No!
We're 6 minutes in.
Well,
We can do that.
we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't check past that far.
No, they don't.
You're safe.
So this is going to be an interesting little game. There's just the three of us because scheduling for this show makes me want to put an axe to my head. Today we have the GM, Scrit and Scrumble. That's it. That's us. That's who we are.
I like how you put the
Hello,
wrong
I'm
names for
GM.
Scrit and Scrumble.
I did. Oh shoot, you're right.
That's fine.
No, I'm
Keep it.
just gonna. We're not swapping names.
I love
the
the
joke,
heart
no.
that you put for the GM.
Yeah. Well, we want him to treat us good.
Yeah.
Come on.
Want to show some love towards the GM.
How's everyone doing
Thank
out
you. Hello, everybody. I am the GM. We coming in cold. What's up? So, in this little game, we are going to have Scrit and Scrumble, the minions extraordinaire, doing their absolute best for a local lich that has a little bit of a reputation in town, and so do they. But like every good boss, they want to make sure they can at least enjoy their unbirthday. As
Birthday.
the lich is coming on 200 years since he ascended into lichdom, and all of his minions want to throw him a little surprise, with giving Scrit and Scrumble the most daunting task of them all, and that is getting them a birthday cake.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So, would you two like to introduce yourself?
Take it away, Scrit.
Yeah, I'll take it away. I'll take it away. So I'm a disgusting little blue kobold. I have rags on my body, which aren't really necessary because I mean, if he was naked, you couldn't really see anything either. So it's just he's just kind of looking around, very afraid, wondering what he's going to do as he looks for Scrumble. What do you look like?
Scrumble is sitting in an alley just maybe a block away from you, clearly just zooted off of his mind. He is a 7-foot tall hobgoblin, and he wears a large pirate hat and a loincloth, and that's it. He carries a large club that it's like a 9-iron that has a cinder block at the end of it. You don't really know how he did that, if he cast it himself or how. He's
Mended
just
the cinder block in the bowl.
he's sitting there with his little cinder block, just kind of snoozing away. Just
Scrit is gonna very hurriedly like start slapping at your thigh, like he's gonna like start like slapping at the side, and he goes, "Hey, hey, 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 hey!" Oh,
grab your head and kind of hold you above himself. Huh? Whoa.
Scrumble, what are you doing? Where did you get that hat?
I took it from. He points in the alleyway, and you just see what looks like a kind of a lump covered mostly in rags. I gave him my clothes. I took his hat.
Oh, well, I need help. We need to find a cake for the unbirthday.
I know where to find a cake. He kind of gets
Where?
up.
Okay.
He dusts himself off. People
can
who
you
makes
put me
cakes.
down?
Oh yeah. He like dusts himself off with you.
So, you all have been actually tasked on going to one bakery in particular, as there is a bakery and a local new invention that seems to be all the rage in these big city states now, called a mall. And apparently in the mall there's a famous bakery run by gnomes that supposedly has the cake he wants there.
The Keeblers.
That's the name. That's the name now.
Little demons. Do you know why they call it the mole?
No. Why do they call it the mall?
I was asking you. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe people get mauled there if you don't get there in quick enough.
Ah, should I have brought my mole?
Probably. We might have to beat people out of the way.
Okay. Taking big wide strides, just like you. I assume like you like weave in and out of his legs as he steps.
There's like a point where he'll start like to climb up onto your back. Like he starts weaving between your legs, and then at some point he'll like Yoda climb onto your back. And it would just be perched over your shoulder.
Looking like the Tagoro brothers from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes. So, we're walking in there. What kind of a person is our villain like?
Okay. You're a Lich?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Lich himself, as expected for most evil lords, overall just this cunning, evil, deceitful man. But to his minions, he's actually pretty nice. So you all try and treat him good.
All right.
All of you at least got a healthcare plan that if you die on the job, you get resurrected as a zombie, but you're still resurrected.
We've got to get the best cake we can for this guy.
Yes. Actually, what would he want? What do you think he would want?
I don't know, like a cake.
Maybe we can ask there. We'll ask them what they think would be the best for a man who's in his early 200s.
And then we just take the cake.
Yes. Then we fight. We maul them.
We maul.
I think that's the idea. That's probably what it is.
To get the good.
Yes. That makes sense.
All right. Oh, we got $5. So what we got?
Ooh, what we got? We're both technically like sneak monsters, right?
I think so.
What's our little what do we normally do?
I'd probably like smash and grabs.
Okay, you do smash and grabs, and I'll do like the long conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm small. I can get into tight little spaces.
All right. Thank you, Zoneri. By the way, what did we get?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you not make the roll? I could do that.
Oh, I thought you always make the roll. That's my bad.
No. Okay. 6, which is the party gains a tool. Huh.
Hey.
Oh, you gained a tool. Okay. So, as you're passing through your alleys, getting close to the John C. Mall super building, you just hear, hey guys, as the barrel just kind of shifts next to you, as the top of the barrel just emerges, as you see this this towering orc step out of the barrel.
Holy shit!
As you recognize,
Oh my god! Holy shit!
As you recognize, this is one of the contacts that works in this town that occasionally works with your little with y'all's little Lich network. This is Fast Jimmy.
Hey, Fast Jimmy. What's up?
Hey, heard you boys are getting a cake.
Yes.
I think we all get a cake.
Yes.
Tell your boss I said happy birthday. Here's a card for him, and he just hands you a pretty neatly wrapped card, actually.
Say, Fast Jimmy. Why do they call you Fast Jimmy?
Fast Jimmy, how are we supposed to sign this?
Well,
oh
no, it's for me. You deliver it to him.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll keep it on my person. He just puts it like behind his back, and it vanishes. But you realize he's only wearing a loincloth.
Oh. It's just perfectly just in between.
Yeah.
His stance adjusts.
Well, my dear Scrit. Oh. You just have it squeezed tightly in between your cheeks for gripping it. He's like, well, Scrit, They call me Fast Jimmy because I was the fastest in my class in kindergarten. I won a foot race.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's
There's
just
this other
that
orc
just kind of
named.
stuck.
Yeah, there's other orc named Slow Johnny. He's like, "Dang, Jimmy, you're fast." Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of sucks for Slow Johnny, but I mean, it sucks to suck. Am I right?
That's true.
Yeah, he shouldn't have won second place.
No, it's funny. Slow
a
Johnny actually makes
jackass.
the fastest heist runs, and the gopher jobs that he does are crazy.
It honestly crippled him for the rest of his life. He's focused on being the fastest ever since.
He can do runs, but the guy can't run.
No.
Yeah,
He's
it's a
never
shame.
going to beat his score in Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, he's got more entertaining live streams though. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's I've watched some of those. I've seen some of the VODs.
Oh, great. Anyway. Anyways, it's dangerous to go alone. So take this, and he just hands you a vial. It's like you smash that vial, and it lets out a blinding light. So don't look at it.
He takes the
Oh,
vial
God.
and he puts it between his cheeks. Can I break the vial?
You just clench really hard.
No. Yeah.
Make
Like,
See?
go ahead, make
Yeah.
the next roll tonight to see how strong them cheeks are.
Okay, what am I rolling? Oh, that's right.
Go ahead and roll 2d6.
Oh, thank God. I only got a 6. I fail. Does that mean that it breaks, or does that mean I keep it in my cheeks?
Yeah. You give it a good old squeeze, but it's very tightly compact. And he's like,
Okay.
"You do more squats, buddy."
Just testing the integrity.
I will see you
got the
around.
card.
And he slowly descends into the barrel and just closes the lid on top of him.
I'm gonna miss Fast Johnson. All right.
Yeah,
We're not being
it was a good one.
pursued anymore. In that alleyway, there were actually 6 ninjas, so I had to fake my voice and wear only this loincloth. The problem is
Really?
I don't have my clothes anymore, so I'm still wearing the loincloth.
Oh,
But I think we're safe.
okay.
That's
Scrit doesn't know whether or not to believe you, but he's just gonna feel like just holds on tightly. He's just
all right, Scrit. I have a job for you. And he like
Yes.
shifts his cargo around, and he pulls out the card. Just ignore any substances on the card. He's like, "All right, now we get the cake, and we add our names to that card."
That's a good. I was thinking the same thing. So we got the cake and the card, and then we get extra good boy points. And you know what that means? Extra nuggies at the dinner
Extra.
table.
Thinking about nuggies the whole time.
Yeah, the dino nuggie.
The nuggie. All right, let's get to that mall. He starts like bouncing. That bottle's. I'm sorry.
All right.
It's like clanking a little.
No, this is amazing. I'm dying over here. Y'all keep going. It's cool.
No, we're heading to the mall. You got to describe what it is.
Yeah.
No, I don't. You keep. Okay, I'm kidding.
See how hard it is to improv DM?
Yeah. Yes, I'm doing it right now.
So we see
Okay.
we walk up, we sprint up to this mall, this beautiful, grand,
We
luxurious mall.
skid to a stop.
We skid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you all make your way through the alleyways, getting closer to the John C. Mall Supercenter. As you look across the way, you see this pretty big building, actually. As it seems like it's basically what would be a normal marketplace in these old times, except it's all enclosed, and you see individual buildings on the inside. Pretty nice, actually. You see families going about and shopping. You see teenagers loitering around. You see other things, but you see an interesting thing as well, where you see these brazen warriors that have become a thorn in all your sides when it comes to any mission you have coming to this area. You see what are known as the mall guards.
The
As you
ball.
see these fellows riding these little floating discs with handles on the front of them, as they lean them forward, the disc goes forward with them.
Oh no.
It seems to be a
On
variant
all-
of Tensor's floating disc.
They're all on like tensors, floating discs, just moving forward together.
So we're still outside the mall?
You're still outside the mall.
I
And
wonder
one
if they-
thing you do notice is there is a notice board at the front of the mall where you see various job postings and other things, but you do see a few wanted posters. And you do see both of you are on there, both crudely drawn versions of you with your name swapped.
And the text under our names, that's how they spell it. That's how they wrote it. Seems like we have to get away from this place. And he turns a corner and he starts to go around it, like as we're rushing from the mall guards. So, what do? Do we find an air vent? We have to get inside that big roofed structure.
Thinking quickly, Scrit will find he'll see one of those mall potted plants, and he has like a rope strapped around his chest, and he goes, "If I tie this rope to that plant and you rip it out of its pot, maybe we could use it as like a makeshift grappling hook and we can get up to the top."
I see. He stops. He pulls out your rope. And he just kind of holds you over the potted plant while you do this.
he just like very he just
Mission
grabs you
Impossible
like
music
grabs yeah he'll do it. What am I should I roll for this or what am I doing? Like
I'm going to say both of you roll 2d6. I'll say this is a group effort here.
Okay.
Oh, hell
to hold
yeah.
him steady. Oh.
that is an 8.
I got a 10.
8. All right.
Hey.
10. Okay. So you get what you assume is a pretty good knot. You think it's good. Scrumble, as you get it and you just and surprisingly, despite the size and mass, it lands perfectly fine up there, not making much of a noise.
Now
When you do
and
that, I just picture Scrit is on the tree as this is happening. It's just
I was thinking that too.
ah!
As Scrit, you give the
It
symbol.
works.
Okay, it's tied.
And then I will, as a disguise, get into the pot and like get over it. I'm gonna start like climbing up the rope, but still like my lower half of the body is just in the pot. So if anyone passes by, I could just shrink into the pot and just pull it like lateral to the rope, and no one will know.
A bunch of bystanders are watching.
I'll look like a potted rope. It's fine.
You will see a small child just like, "Daddy, what's that?" That's just a mimic, son. Don't look at it. Just keep going. It can't hurt you if you don't interact with it.
Just don't stare too long. That's a wanted criminal. I mean,
As you all make it to the top of this building, as you see, there's a bit of a foyer area up here where there's just an upwards cafe that people are enjoying their time in. Some people staring at the two of you that have crawled your way up here. As you just see, why's a potted plant up here?
why are you up here?
And
Mind your own business.
fair enough, man.
I'm
As he
I'm
just goes
still
back
in the
to his
potted
tree.
plant. This is my.
Scrit grabs the tree and he's just like, "Tree, I'm a tree."
So we now have potted Scrimble and tree Scrit. Perfect. Our disguises are flawless. And it's like both of us in like a McDonald's play place that we just climb the edge over. Everyone's just staring at us in the wide shot. We oh fuck. I gotta take your tree and I start moving with it.
he's just clung onto it, looking around. He's like, "I'm gonna do reconnaissance," and he's just like,
So are you hidden? Are you hidden behind the base of the tree, or are you like hiding in like
It's
the
like-
brush at the top?
it's kind of in the brush. He's just kind of like nestled up in there. And he's
Perfect.
looking around.
We exit the McDonald's.
I would like to attempt to find any signs that might lead me towards the Keeblers.
Okay. But as you make your way across, making your way past the playing children through the ball pit, you make your way through. As you get your way, you're currently on the second floor of the mall. As you make your way through the top door entrance. All right, and looking your way around, you see a few various places. You see Al Berry's Pizzeria. You see Hellfire Cigar Shop. Some other little nice places, but eventually on the bottom floor, you do see a place called Keebler's. But then in the
Keeblers.
But floating in front of it, you see a strange sight. Actually, you see one mall guard that's said to be standing above the rest of them. Quite literally, he's a tall fellow, and his disc floats a little higher than the rest of them. As he is the dreaded force known as Paul Balder.
Like, as we see him, just voices whispered around the whole mall, just Paul Balder.
I hear he owns 3 gates.
And we got another 5, so let's see what we
Not
got.
because of that. Technically, it was. It's glorious reasons again. Thanks, my guy.
Hey.
All right, and
buy
I rolled a 10.
Like a Little Caesar's pizza with that, you know? It makes watching this that much better.
I mean,
But who am I to judge?
I'm having fun.
No, I am.
Oh, of course. This is great.
I'm a big old meanie.
Thank you, glorious reasons. You always come back despite Logan's abuse. I appreciate you, though.
No, absolutely. I will do
Thank
the
you,
rolling then, I
reasons.
guess.
Fuck you, reasons.
Oh, I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 1, but, you know, that's fine. Go with the 10 and keep rolling from now on.
I wasn't sure if you saw it or not, so I just rolled. You want to just do another one and we just call that the official roll?
No, keep the 10. Keep the 10. It's on you now.
Okay. So a 10. What one is that?
The
Let me
party's
see.
dynamic shifts.
The party's dynamic shifts?
The whole party.
Oh. Oh, that's interesting, actually. All right, so, in a weird twist of fates, as the tree actually comes loose and falls over, and you're as this older lady carrying a ton of vials trips over and falls, vials tumbling everywhere, making a comically large smoke cloud. And as it dissipates, both of your sizes have completely shifted.
Our literal dynamic.
Our physical
Physical dynamic.
Yeah,
I'm a dragonborn now, and he's
And
a
I'm
goblin.
Yeah, I'm a goblin.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god.
As you just see this twisted, contorted figure, just like, you made me! Oh, ew! Get away from me! As she just starts hurrying off, leaving all the broken glass in the area.
the stronger need to steal things?
This is terrible. What has happened to us?
I don't know. Old lady, what have you done to us? All I did was...
You rancid bitch.
You rancid bitch.
Nothing! As you see her, old lady walking progressively faster.
I know what to do.
And I grab the weapon that is now fallen down from me, and I try and fling it at her. I'm gonna roll this, but I'll add a disadvantage with it. So that is 5.
Okay. That's 5. As now you're used to swinging this like it's nothing, but now you're cement 9-iron. You grab it's like, and you're able to just weakly pull the handle over, and that's about all you can manage.
It was inefficient anyways.
Scrit,
grab this and throw it at her.
Okay, and he'll go and grab Scrit, or he'll go and grab his friend here. He's going to fucking nab
Scrimble.
Scrumble. And I'm going to attempt to throw Scrumble at her.
No, throw them, not me.
God dang it.
That's an 8.
We are number 1.
as you still in the pot, he picks up the entire pot with you in it, Scrimble, and just Donkey Kong throws you. Not used to his new strength yet.
Okay, like a Zelda crate, like a Zelda pot. I want it to pop open, and I'm an unarmed goblin. Do I slam in? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, as it spins through the air, you get launched out of it, just flying at this old lady, still carrying what's left of her vials. As she's like, as everything slows down, it's like, oh no! As you are able to tackle her midair.
Take me back.
And I down like 3 vials at once.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's do another, just do another 2d6 roll.
Okay. That's another 10.
Ooh.
So 10. Okay. So with that success, you're with very keen craftiness that you're not used to, you grab the liquids you remember slamming into the ground, similar colored vials. As you down them all at once, you find yourself grown back up. Not a full bugbear anymore, but you are a very tall, lanky goblin.
Okay. So am I back to the actual 7 foot that I was at?
You are, but you're still now eye level with skin.
I look like a JPEG or a PNG that's just been stretched. I look really terrible. I walk over to you, just this lanky dude who's now maybe slightly above eye level to you. I knocked down the old woman.
Oh my god.
I can reach her from here. Get a load of that.
We've discovered great power today.
Our dynamic has become so strong.
All right. So.
And on the bright
Jacob
side.
Also,
oh yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Jacob just gave $5 as well, so let's see if the dynamic shifts one more time.
Are we ever going to get to the bakery?
Okay, this
Bakery
time it
seems
was
further
six.
further
That's
away.
where you get a tool, isn't it?
Which one?
6.
Yes. How do we keep getting that one? It's not technically the medium. It's you add up everything to make it the medium. I feel like we've gotten that more out of everything than whatever.
Oh, it's good. But thank you, Jacob. He said, haha, losers, have fun. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. So now, this old lady's like, oh my god, fine. And she just pulls open your hand, slams a vial in. It's like, take this and leave me alone. As she just starts stomping away.
Okay, just a lanky hand that had recently slapped a certain part of her just kind of reels it back in like a fish hook. I got a vial.
You're made of rubber now? You're just extendo hands?
I am a rubber man. I drank the Gumu Gumu no bottle.
All right. As I'm going by Jacob's suggestion, as you see, the potion is literally labeled the Potion of Monkeys. You open a vial and monkeys come out.
Oh no! Without even realizing, one of my hands just... Oh no, the monkeys.
Instantly now, you find yourself a living jungle gym as 3 monkeys are currently crawling all over you, screeching at the top of their lungs.
I hold my arms out like that so they can just hang and go ooh, ah, ah.
Does anyone else react to this at all? This fucking...
We're maybe 20 feet outside of a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, typical stuff, really, outside of a McDonald's parking lot.
Yeah, this is typical McDonald's behavior, as you see the kids that you were just passing by in a playpen all staring at you just in awe. But then slowly, you see floating up into the air, you see the dreaded essence as you hear the whispering around you. Paul Balder. As Paul Balder is floated up to the 2nd floor, and he's like, There's some trouble going on in my mall, sir. As you see his glorious mustache shining in the lights.
His mustache
As
is
this
too
rotund
powerful.
figure. I believe it is a violation to have monkeys in my mall. I'm gonna have to write y'all citations, so just give me a moment.
Quick, flash him!
Oh, that's right. I just go like that until the bottle drops with full force to the ground.
He's like, sir, being a there's children over, don't flash. Oh no. Roll your two. I'm going to say roll 2d6 to see how effective this is.
Okay. I got a 6.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
As finally, haven't got the clench right, but you clench too tight in here, pew, as it fires off in another direction. And blasts into the McDonald's playpen as you hear kids screaming.
Well, now the kids can't see me.
As Paul Balder
Yes,
like,
we fixed the issue.
Paul Balder flips over his notepad. I'm going to have to up that citation to a ticket now.
Is it a ticket to a birthday party? Because
No, it's a fine. You're going to have to pay a
and
fine.
we can give it to you. He reaches down
What?
slowly and he like starts snapping at Scrit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, grab the card for him.
No, I have the
Oh.
birthday gift card. You have the 2 invitations that we have.
Oh, then okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Then Scrit will start grabbing on his person. He'll pull it out. He'll just hand it into. He'll put it into his hand.
I have in my hand
Slightly moist.
a slightly moist ticket to an unbirthday party. Not just any unbirthday party. The unbirthday party of an undead.
He cocks his eye. You see his mustache scrunch up. And he's like, you boys bringing evil into my mall. As he flips over his notepad. Nobody
We bring
brings evil
peace.
into my mall.
There's a McDonald's right behind us. You already failed.
Exactly.
Corporations are
I
necessary.
book it.
to
To the bakery.
There's just monkeys screaming on you.
Oh, they're like flying around. The moment I throw my first arm forward, it just starts going like a saw blade.
Monkey spin attack.
I'm extra fast now. I might even be faster than what's his fucking name?
You're like a spore creature with just super
I
long
am.
limbs. Just
All right. So y'all are making a break for the bakery.
Oh yeah, we gotta get
Rushing
Ted
in.
too.
Okay. Go ahead and make another roll just to see if you can outrun this this rotund gentleman in this floating device.
Okay. Do we both make rolls?
Are we both rolling?
I would think. Technically, if we're following along with the system, we both do it. This is an independent
Okay.
individual. Oops.
Yes.
Actually,
I have a 10.
on second thought, I got a 4.
No.
Before, I was actually going to tell you before you roll, add another d6 for monkey modifier.
Oh
A
yeah,
monkey modifier.
the Chaos Monkeys. I got the same. That was a worse roll.
Wait. Adding a 6 to a 4, get a worse roll.
Adding a d6. Oh,
Oh, it's stacks on top.
it's still a 6.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, a
having-
6.
I'm having a good day. You know, Scrumble, he's already won enough.
Okay. As you start to charge forward, you just see him just lean forward, just bearing down on you.
He's on his little
Like a
fucking
space
hoverboard.
As you're able to get away pretty good, Scrit, and you have this idea, Scrumble, of you reach out and try and grab onto the railings with the monkeys. The monkeys are not able to hold your weight, unfortunately. As
But they were supposed to be monkey
as
bars.
you drop,
I thought
as
they
you
were
in-
designed for
um,
this.
as you end up losing your monkeys and drop to the second floor.
Oh no!
Shit.
Drop to the first floor. So go ahead and make a save roll for me to see if this hurts you or not.
As I drop, you turn around and see like half the monkeys flying off the pen and half of them just hanging out there. I'm just, I'll get the pen. Ooh, I got a 9, which is still a partial success.
So you land, but are distraught as you see all the monkeys just kept holding on to the railing without you.
Oh no! Oh
and now all of
no!
them
Oh,
just
they're
make
all
their
just
way
like hooked, like arm in arm, like that. Shoot!
Yeah.
All right.
As it just sadly reaches out to you, but then it just reluctantly runs away as you see a single tear leaving its eyes. It realizes it has to leave you behind. As you see them make their way to the local pub.
This venture is anything but. Like slow motion, it's going through my head. A barrel of monkeys, and I crash into like someone sitting on a bench.
You actually conveniently land in the mall fountain that is just deep enough to break your fall.
Okay.
There's a bench in the middle of the fountain.
Yeah. Or is just one fat dude?
It was for the aquatic races.
Oh,
I
nice.
see. Very inclusive.
Yeah, they try and factor it.
The party's split. You should go back to him. I'm gonna.
So how are these where have the monkeys gone? Like, are they still clinging, or
No, the monkeys just left.
the monkeys left? So Scrit's gonna turn, look at what's happened. He sees the guy coming forward towards him, and what he's going to do is he's just gonna start charging at him, and he's going to attempt to grab onto him and just reel back to cause the disc to spin and try to throw him off of his disc.
Okay. I would say that would be a contested D6 roll then.
All right, let's go.
So 2d6 versus his 2d6.
I have a 9.
No. Paul Balder rolled a 5.
Hell yeah, baby! Give me those gates.
And it's like, sir.
Yeah,
He gets launched off the thing as you now have control of his hover round device.
Oh
His
shit!
little fucking tensor disc. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a jump off the second floor with the hover thing and try to get to my pal here, Scrumble.
I came back to Tony Hawk. Did you get the cake? Weren't they on the second floor?
Yeah,
Okay,
but he's gotta get
they're down on the
you
third floor, actually.
Okay.
You made your way to the first floor where it is. I kept trying to describe it, and I think we got 5 when I was trying to, so it was off for a second. So you finally conveniently see Keebler's bakery there. As Paul hits the floor hard, then you just hear him yell, "Back up! Back up!" As you see other Paul mall securities all just driving in out of nowhere. They seem to be coming at you, but not close to you yet. As you also see the monkeys have stolen a different one, are now just like driving around the mall.
We're in Jumanji now.
But both of you see the Keebler's Bakery is right in front of you.
No.
All right, I'm gonna try to pick him up and just charge into the bakery.
Okay.
I'll reach out.
Yeah.
All right.
Should
Having a
we
Fast
roll
and the
for this?
Furious moment, you dive through the air and just grab onto him, get pulled onto the to a thing. I just realized I think hover around's an actual thing. I just said it as a general term. I don't even know what it is.
I don't even.
But
Wipe my eyes. Those aren't.
It's just a
mall
tensor's disc with
guards.
with like bike handlebars on it.
Yeah. As we fly by one of the ones who's like just rousing, who's showing up, I grab his name tag and I pull it back, and it says that they're all the Paul Bandits. They're all Paul.
what? No,
Or
we haven't
maybe
on a
just
date.
him.
We're
I
not
don't
close.
know.
Yeah.
This is we've gotten 2 Pauls so far. They might as well all be Paul.
Yeah. All right.
There's a conspiracy going on. I know it.
You burst your way through the glass, and as you look, inside, you just a gnome behind the counter is just like, "Woo! Oh, you must be excited to get a cake. Or would you like some donuts?
Your fucking
Yeah, donuts."
cake!
Give us the best cake you have. The best
I'm
one.
gonna.
Well,
Do they have a wedding
personally
cake?
fan into red velvet, but we also have this skull candy one. That's really
I
special
didn't
as well,
ask. I said the best cake.
Okay. As he just grabs the first cake he can behind him and sits it on your disc. Oh, will that be cash or do you want to open a tab?
We're just window shopping. And he skids out.
Wait.
Broke through the
Break through the second window. Just.
As you break through the second window, knocking one of the mall cops away as he's trying to get close to, as he was about to enter. As you currently see, there's currently a big line of them chasing behind you as the monkeys have caught up to you, driving alongside you.
Oh, thank God they're with us. Maybe.
Reenacting the
They're either our
chase
friends
on
or they're
Endor.
faster.
There's just screeching monkey noises as they're all like flipping between the handlebars. They're just.
As you see, they have had their own heist, as they currently have just a giant bushel of bananas with them.
Do you have a
shit.
pen?
As you see, a monkey just conveniently pulls out a banana and folds it back, and there's a pin under it, and he throws it to you.
They went to a banana gimmick shop. None of them are bananas.
I'd
you
like
see
to
one
reach
of
for a
them-
random banana.
As you see, one of them distraughtly pulls back the peel, and it's just a phone, and he's like, "No!"
Phone.
Banana phone.
Me don't know how work.
He just, and you get your own banana, Scrit. You pull it back, and you see it's just another banana peel under it.
Ah. I throw the banana. I throw the double banana peel.
Wait a minute. We have bananas now. Start hugging them.
Just start throwing them to try to slow him down.
All right, we're gonna Mario Kart this. And with that, you see, even though it's on a floating disc, whoop!
The banana like doubles in size, and the tip just slaps
Ooh,
onto
ooh.
the disc.
All right, but you now have the pin. What do you do with it?
I pull the card back out of my cheeks and I start
That's right.
trying to gnaw at it because we don't have a letter opener.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how to use a pen to open a letter, and I don't want to damage it too much. So I'm gonna. I don't know how to open a letter. I'm a lanky goblin bugbear man.
Okay, but
I'll never.
all
be
right,
fast,
as
Johnny.
you roll to see how delicately you can do this, I guess.
Oh. 7.
7. As you're just like sweating, just you tear it a little bit, but you get it open and the card is still intact, and you pull it out and look at it, and you see literally a wall of text of Johnny writing this very personal message of how much the boss means to him, and how fast Jimmy was an orphan who
We gotta
had to
go
run his
back.
whole life.
We gotta get White out.
You conveniently see a
Gonna just spin
Fuck
the
Johnny.
fucking disc around. Just fucking hard spin as they're like any remainder that are coming towards us. I'm just gonna head on start going towards them.
I think I saw a Home Depot in there somewhere.
You conveniently see a few shops back. There's a there's a store simply known as the Fall Market, which is known for its terrible theater productions and gift cards.
Ugh. Do we get a new gift card? How
Well,
much? How much is
that
White
one
out?
has free with the 5-finger discount, bitch. Let's go.
As you all turn and charge, armed with a bunch of novelty bananas, roll to break your way through the police barricade. And also, we got $10. What does that mean?
Thank you, Super
Thank
Bunny
you,
Bun.
Super Bunny Bun.
Oh, 5 at 5. That's so I got a 10. That's a success for me. I
got a 6.
$10. Okay, you're still there. A $10 donation means that they get to pick. They picked an 8, which is the stakes get raised. So Super Bunny Bun is here for some excitement at the 50-minute mark.
Holy shit!
We could probably keep going.
Alright.
We could extend this one. We'll just make this a long episode, then we'll break, then we'll just do a little podcast bit.
Okay, that works. All right then. So, as you see currently, the lights are flashing as you guys and the monkeys seem to be getting surrounded by them. As you see your entrance is cut off, but you're turning around anyways to get to the fall markets. But you see they're all bearing down at you, and you see rising like a phoenix is Paul Balder on a new floating disc with hot rod flames on it.
Monkeys, do you have anything for us?
It's like, just this, and he pulls out a Desert Eagle.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit, holy shit!
That is... That's as high as you stake... as high as you raise the stakes. He has a real gun.
I have a fucking gun. Die.
You'd kill us in like 1 minute.
The stakes have been raised. Now, with your novelty bananas, you
Fuck
quickly... you pull... you quickly just grab a bushel of them, and just as you're charging at the wall, you just grab the whole bushel and slam it against one of them, just knocking your way through them. As you and the monkeys force your way into the Hall Market store. You're all now... I assume you break through the window again.
Yes.
The same.
He's just like reeling back with the fucking.
I'll try and spearhead it too.
As y'all break through one more time, and oh, we got a 1. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What? Which one's a 1 again?
Something goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
As you see, as you're about to crash through the window, a fall market dealing with a surprising amount of thefts this time of year actually have bulletproof glass. As you hear,
boom! Fuck!
as all of you slam against the window pane, monkeys all clashing against it as well.
Our disc.
As the discs get shattered, but you're still good. The cake is still mostly intact. You still have your greeting card, and the front door is conveniently open because it's a mall in the middle of the day.
Right there, 7 feet away. He gets up, and within one stride, he goes to the door.
So,
big stretchy leg.
Yeah.
As you just see just this older woman in there. Find anything you want? Oh, that's a lot of guards out there. And there's monkeys too. Can I help you find, gentlemen?
We're looking for something.
What do you need?
I actually forgot.
Whiteout.
That's right, whiteout, not cards. Whiteout.
Okay. As she just sets like this bottle of whiteout on the table, copyright LLC.
Yoink!
He just yelled at, standing still.
Yeah, he just. Yoink!
As you see the monkeys desperately still working their way through the novelty bananas, but you all see the guards piled up outside as y'all desperately now have the whiteout trying to fix the card. As you see Paul Balder just gets this cone-shaped device that seems to have thaumaturgy cast on it, as he calls out to you. Scrit and Long Goblin. You have this place surrounded. Let the old place leave and do not touch any of the greeting cards.
Oh, he meant him. Uh-oh.
Is there a back door?
As the old lady's like, no. As she looks very nervous, but keeps looking toward the back like she's...
Kids start running toward...
I run by and I graze my finger on as many greeting cards as I can.
Oh shit.
Fuck the police.
Leaving them dirtied.
Yeah.
just a green line goes across.
I was sitting in an alley.
But all you guys and the monkeys all make your way out as you see the monkeys literally are flipping over shelves as they go, just following your example.
I'm picturing like this long arm smears across, and then the monkeys start flipping the shelf.
They're not following us. They're just destroying whatever we touch.
Oh shit! I forgot. They're actually just monkeys.
They came out of a bottle. I don't know.
You're getting use out of your tool in a way, as all of you burst into another alleyway that you are getting familiar with. As you currently hear the guard sirens are going off everywhere. As you hear over just a loud thaumaturgy device, we have escaped convicts escaping the mall. Please, everyone remain calm and go about your shopping. They will be apprehended shortly. Please avoid any novelty bananas and monkeys.
At this point, I honestly don't know if they're the Paul Bandits or the actual mall guards. But we have everything we need. I think. Did you get the pen?
Let's make like a banana.
I have the pen.
Split.
You have the whiteout. Should we do it here or now?
Right now.
Okay. He immediately splits a banana and peels it and throws them both on the ground, and we're gonna try and skid on them together. Like a Crash Bandicoot or Sonic, like snow level.
Yeah. This is so fucking stupid. All right.
This is exactly what I wanted. It's okay.
Those are the only ideas I have, man.
That's so fucking great.
This is what I designed this game for. I wanted just that fun, stupid villainry, not like anything too stupid.
Petty crime and just fucking. This is fuck yeah. I'm down. Let's go.
It's the best story.
Let's go. Petty crimes and
This is what streaming was made for.
We're skidding on our individual banana peels. You got to do some skid comedy, Mario. Come on.
Yeah, you hear Superman by Goldfinger start playing.
All right. Do y'all write anything in particular in the card? Do y'all just white out the entire message and write your names in it?
Oh, we're doing that just as we skid through the mall? Like, okay. So we'll be
every time it has his name, we put ours instead.
That's all we do. To make it authentic, like, I have the whiteout, and I'll be like dabbing it, and then I wipe his name, then toss the whiteout to him, and I write my name, and then I toss the thing to Scrit. So it's just this constant juggle of like, the pen and the card.
Okay, perfect. So as y'all work your way out,
that we were orphans, that he saved, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
it's very clearly like ad-libbed.
It's a copy paste of this guy's life story that we're covering.
That's what's so amazing about it.
And it's really confusing because every other time it's somebody else's name, so it's like it flip-flops from our names.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, we got another $10 donation from Sonari. Awesome, thank you. And it's a 12.
Something goes extremely well. Hey, this story better have a happy ending. No, we got 20 minutes left.
Okay, as you got plenty of time to write this out as you feel them bearing down on you. But you complete it. You shut the envelope. You shut the thing, and you just see this cute little drawing of a skeleton. Just in the card text simply says, "To the best boss in the world." And you conveniently see a monkey holding a fresh envelope to you with a wax seal and everything.
They're also on a banana.
I reach out to the monkey on the banana as I'm like sliding on the banana, and for one exact frame of like us like sliding down this wherever we are, looks exactly like the creation of man painting.
Perfect.
I'm just grabbing the envelope from a monkey though, and I've got crazy long spindly legs.
All right. As you see, the monkeys have just tethered a rope to the back of each of you, and they're currently skiing behind you like you're a boat.
Oh. Nice.
All right. I'm just going to give you an automatic success for that. Something goes incredibly well that you all success. You just find like a can of grease in the alleyway. You just coat your feet in the bananas in it, and y'all are skating down this paved road at max speed.
On greasy bananas.
Yep.
I briefly grab from like a local grocer. I punch my hole through a wall, pull out a can of spinach, and then I punch a hole through the wall. We make it to the outskirts of the mall.
As you currently working your way around the mall's perimeter, you currently see some of the guards coming at you. As you see Paul with his Desert Eagle bearing down on you, but you do have time to do something before he gets a shot at you with your incredible speed.
The tone keeps changing. Paul has a gun.
This is powerful.
Yeah. I feel like the idea of a Desert Eagle is more powerful than like a fireball. It's just, that's going to kill you.
This guy's not playing.
No.
I'm gonna with Scrit's newfound strength, as we're sliding through, he's going to resort to an old tactic that he has seen his friend use before. He's going to find a random potted plant, and he's just gonna fucking toss it. He's gonna like just very quickly, swiftly steps off the banana, does like a spin, and just throws the plant at him. It's like the what's that fucking Olympic sport thing? The fucking
shot put.
Yeah, that's the one.
There we go. All right. I actually did that in high school, funny enough. Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, after I hit 6 foot, all the coaches started trying to recruit me to things.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like, hey, you go throw this thing. Okay.
Cults, religious, sports, all the same.
Okay. What's your roll, Mario?
8.
8. All right. As you jump off the banana, as the monkey tethered to you just midway, just like, as you hold it just upside down in the air in this awesome slow motion thing, Paul shoots where you stood, but then looks up to see you above him as you dump this thing on him.
I Thor style just carried across at the plant, just fucking. I really bamboozled him. I threw the plant, and I'm flying with the plant.
As you land, you've lost a little bit of speed, but with stopping the throw, but you are still good. As you see Paul, let's see if he recovers. With an 8, he is reeling from it, but he's still up.
All right, I think that's on me then, right? I gotta make an action or something before he shoots me.
Go ahead.
Okay. I will. So there's a few monkeys nearby. What are they doing? Like, what are they on? Because I'm just sliding on a single 1/4 of a banana, like a peel.
Yeah. One is attached to the back of your companion. One is sliding behind you, and see the other one is currently riding on the shoulders of the other one T-posing.
Okay. I grab the one that's T-posing, and subsequently I grab the other one below him, and I just halt like the first one, and by centrifugal force I grab the other one and I hold them up in front of me as monkey shields. Like bucklers, you know how like if you have a long arm, a buckler has a crazy fucking defense? I just have like 2 monkeys like essentially next to him the whole time.
Monkey buckler.
Okay.
Monkey buckler.
Using the monkeys as monkey shields, wow. But as Paul's reeling, he stands up like off his thing and is taking a shot, lining up a shot at you as you're going off in the distance. As he's staring at you, you see a single tear come down his eye. Mama didn't raise a man that hurts no monkey. As he just holsters his gun.
This is the most wholesome character I've ever met.
As he holsters his gun.
A cab, except for Paul.
He holsters his gun as he sees y'all slide off on bananas into the distance as the other guards are still chasing you till he's like, stay out of my mall. As as Paul Balder turns around and walks into the to his mall as the sun's going down.
There's a whole separate season finale theme that plays with him, and then it just cuts back to us sliding on banana peels down.
Just high energy, just like
like Beastie Boys are playing.
He has that like he has that sad Hulk theme where he's just walking away, walking back towards the mall, just
on a piano.
Like for the damaged coda starts playing from the Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah. So
Okay.
as all of you eventually make it to the edge of the mall's territory, and all the guards stop there as you've escaped their jurisdiction. As they're all just yelling, like, curse you, as you leave. As the mustached men have failed their task today, as you all escape.
I believe we missed a donation.
Oh,
did we?
I think so.
I did not look for a second.
wait, where did the card go? 7.
Okay.
Party loses a tool.
There it is.
Oh. So, yeah, with that, you noticed in all the chaos and everything as you grabbed the monkeys, the card was left behind.
Damn it.
But despite it all, you see the monkey behind Scrit still holding the cake.
Yes.
The cake. I erased his name so many times I forgot his actual name. Was I
think it was
Speedy Jonathan.
No, it was like Slow Rodriguez.
Slow Rodriguez. It had something to do with being fast.
Charlie Cheetah.
Very quick Victor. No.
No, it was Speed of Sound Sonic.
Speed of Sound Sonic. That was his name.
That's the one.
So, we'll tell our overlord Lich that Speed of Sound Sonic forgot his card because he hates him. And we got the cake to apologize for us and our affiliation with him. It has nothing to do with him. Very well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It sounds like a good plan.
Did you get the streamers or did I didn't get the streamers. It was your job to get the
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, the Revenant that works with y'all, that was his job to get the streamers.
Thank goodness. I pull out a little flip book from my little loincloth. It's like, oh, thank goodness. Reverend John, the Revenant.
Reverend John the Revenant.
I want that to be an NPC. I'm stealing that.
Okay. Good with names, nothing else. Okay.
All right.
The cake was us? Was that me, you, or both of us?
That was both of us.
Okay.
And the monkeys.
Do they work for us?
They do now.
The monkeys have not left y'all since you summoned them.
Very well. Let's bring the monkeys as a gift in the cake. Let's go.
Exactly.
We go to the party.
All right. As you all make your way to a small antique store on the corner of town, that you know is a simple front for the entrance.
Okay.
As you get in there, you see the small lady that runs the shop. She gives you a knowing nod as you make your way to the very back of it. As you all go to a very back wall where you see a very dusty lamp that you don't think anyone will ever would ever buy. It's very ugly and old, covered in dust. But as you go over to it and light it, you see the wall behind you as the light hits it fades away as the secret entrance to y'all's lair appears.
Just as easy as last time. Just goes through. Oh wait, did you forget to? It shuts, but the lamp's still lit.
As you all make your way into make your way down, as it's a long spiraling staircase that goes for a little bit. As you know, it seems to be built like a tower that's underground, but eventually, after going down a few floors, you get to the basically to your local captain of the minions, who is who's an undead fallen paladin, who's just like currently just sweating over all this. Like, okay, Reverend John got streamers. You got that. Who got the ice cream? You got the cake. Oh, thank you. And fellas, where'd the monkeys come from? And when'd you become a goblin?
They're a gift. Oh, that's right. I went under reconnaissance, and an old lady cursed me with a ritual that made me more powerful than you and your mother combined.
Look, I'm too
That's
stressed
not a
to deal
threat.
with whatever you just said, so just put the cake on the table and we'll get ready to start the party.
That's what I hear a lot. And he puts the cake on the thing. I'm too stressed out to deal with you, man.
Sick of this shit, man.
I always hear the craziest shit. People I don't care about.
So as the party starts, you get all of you get ready. All the monkeys put on small little party hats, and everyone's having a good old time. As you just simply hear this old raggedy voice. Oh, what are you getting me here for, guys? As you see this old lich in a bathrobe, just with a blindfold over his eyes. As you see Reverend John's ushering in, come on, it's a surprise. He's like, oh no. It's like, oh no, I don't want to know. You shouldn't have. As he takes it off, and all of you just together, it's like, surprise!
We
As the
were
monkeys
hidden
are
in this the whole time. And the monkeys just start fucking screaming.
Yeah. As you hear him just, oh, guys, you shouldn't have. This is lovely. Oh, my favorite kind of cake. And monkeys. I like both them things.
We knew that you did,
Yeah,
because we
100%.
pay so much attention
Yes,
to you.
all the time, every day.
As he's still like a good 2 feet shorter than you, he just tries to reach up and scratch your head. I love you too. You're such good, lanky people. I remember you being shorter, Scrit. You've been working
Yes. Yes. Thank you for noticing.
We
Ow.
went through mall and high water to get that cake for you.
Yes.
Well, thank you. You shouldn't have. This is so great.
We shouldn't
Ooh,
have.
present.
Then he grabs the cake and slams it. After all we went through,
This is an outrage.
this is impossible. We can't work under these conditions.
Do you seriously slam it into him?
He does. No, he slams it in the ground. We both just start going at him.
We just start... I'm taking the monkeys. I'm gone.
I'm going with him. You're nothing.
No, guys, I meant just like you put a lot of effort into me. I'm flattered.
Fuck you. I hate
Fuck
you,
you.
Dad.
I thought we... What is this?
What? Wait, guys. As you leave, the monkeys just take off their party hats and throw them down and walk with you.
They also have frustrated grunts.
As you just see past Jimmy walk up to, who's like, coming out of a barrel again. Oh, hey, sorry about that. Did you get my card? Then you just, as you all leave the tower, you hear,
Fuck
what do you
off.
mean they didn't give you my card? As you...
Can we do like a little, what is it, a prologue? No.
An epilogue?
Epilogue, thank you, yeah. Of just what happens to these two, because I think that's the end of the adventure. We're at 114, I didn't even think we'd get that far.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You'd be surprised how far I can stretch out silly things like this.
No, we could go forever, honestly.
This is so much fun.
Uh,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Alright, so that was super fun.
I
Top...
was about to say, you could do an epilogue if you want. I was just
Yeah.
going to say how it ended, like...
No, go for it.
Yeah. As you see the sun coming down on this small town, as one hero is defeated, one evil lord's pride was shattered. As a new adventure's coming for these minions. Now over to a small little group of monkeys. As the sun's going down for them, a new dawn's coming, though. And now you can describe what happens to you. That's my thing.
New dawn for the monkeys. So he'll just look down at you. What do we do now?
I say, we find Paul, and we repent.
We apologize deeply. Paul was such a beautiful person. And I personally think, we went on this whole venture because that lich thought that I couldn't make cake. God knows I make a cake better than Celestials. This entire venture was a hideous insult. I think we take these monkeys, we take those Keeblers out of here, and we learn how to make cake, and we teach them.
Yeah! Let's fucking do it! Yes!
Let's do this! And they start charging at the mall like everyone's in battle stance and war stance. And it slowly fades to black, leaving the prequel open to, did they actually apologize? Or did they just break the mall? Or did they die instantly?
It's like one of those, those old anime endings where it just fades to like a very painted, like nice ending card.
Yeah.
It's just like we start sprinting and it's this thing of very dramatic light blasting at us and it just
You see a superimposed drawing of Paul Balder just walking away into the sunset, half his face shadowed, smiling as a single tear goes down his eye.
Ooh.
As the lich is just like doing the Shinji pose, just
There's a whole outro like that. Just like screenshots of so much more is to come, but there's no fucking way we're revisiting this because it's terrible and I loved it.
It's terrible and I loved it.
I love it so much.
thank
It
you,
has
my
to end
friend.
here. It's
Yeah,
fucking.
it's been great.
Where else
I
could
do-
it go?
There's so many different directions.
Never be surprised by my ability to come up with stupid stuff. I'll think about maybe a sequel if y'all wanted to do a sequel of these two.
I think the point is that we don't do a sequel.
Okay.
No, yeah, just we could do that later. But the point now, the note we're ending on is that this is the end of the story. I was gonna say fuck you guys, but actually the 6 of you reduced to 3. Maybe if we all have the stream open, I'm sure 2 of us do. Thanks to everyone except for Glorious Reasons who just donated $50.
Bastard.
Wow.
The party dies.
Yeah, everyone.
The monkeys all upgrade to gorillas.
And they just pummel the shit out of us. We had normal
The
stat
monkeys are actually wild animals and they start mauling. Send them all.
We will be back though in like 10 or 15 minutes just to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of all we got going on. It's a nice old Sunday. I have a bladder that medically could be referred to as
Full of piss.
full of shit and piss. It's a deep problem. Yeah. Hold on, I think we're all good here. Let me know how this goes.
And we're back.
but-
We're done sharing dick pics.
We're done sharing dick pics. We've spread them all around. I did some screen shares. It was a lot of nuancing and just finessing to make sure they didn't show up right. Oh, wait, hold on. No, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not.
I did my best to make the cold open, me singing the Dexter's Lab theme song, and you guys throw it right back to
I like
all of
that
us.
we went from buttholes to dicks. Like that's our whole intro.
Well, that's how it goes, really. It's
Yeah.
buttholes to dicks. But I think we
I'm
have
just-
a
I almost
question. as
just did the what's the guy who killed a bunch of people at his concert recently?
Wait,
well.
oh, Travis Scott.
Yeah, I almost just did this Travis Scott apology by just covering my forehead for 90% of the video. What's up, guys?
Is that the new term, pulling a Travis Scott?
I'm not a trendsetter,
Pulling
so
out a
no.
burger.
Yeah, pulling out a burger. So,
I mean, it ties in because we talked about McDonald's being evil in the mall, and he had
That's
that
true.
McDonald's meal.
we were talking briefly about Jack and Daxter, and I was saying that it is, or just over the break, I was saying that it is, I love that we're getting more viewers now. I should just do a podcast. That we were talking about
You tell me
how,
let's do it.
yeah, like Jack and Daxter, I grew up with that game. That is, that next to maybe Oblivion. Especially that, like Oblivion is a fraction. We weren't allowed to play that after a certain point, like got taken away. But Jack and Daxter was my lore inspiration for so much of the work that I do now. What is your guys' experience with Jack and Daxter? And unrelated, like if there was a game, maybe between like when you were 8 and when you were 12, that just really messed with your synapses, what would that be?
Okay. Well, I've told you a little bit about my story, how I never got to play video games until like I could literally buy my own Xbox 360 when I was 16.
Okay.
But my dad had one friend and coworker that liked video games, and occasionally let me come to his place. And he had a PS2, and it was the coolest thing I ever touched in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had 2 games in particular that he let us play, because obviously there was a lot of PS2 games that kids shouldn't be playing. And that was Jack and Daxter and Spyro. He let me play those, and
The first of both?
I think it was Spyro 3, actually, of all games.
Okay, interesting. I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, but he had all 3. He had all 3 Jack and Daxters, and just me getting to play through them. I was terrible at them, but another one of our family friends was over, Riley, and he was really good at them. So I was watching him play them mostly. And that was just so cool seeing like this fantasy world mixed with sci-fi, because that was like my first
Yeah.
experience really seeing it,
Mm.
because I'd never seen Star Wars at that point.
Oh, that's interesting compared to that. Amaria, did
Yeah,
you play it at all?
Yeah, I played
I
it a
never
little bit.
played it.
Oh, sorry.
I fucking.
I thought you were
Oh
still
no,
talking
no,
to
no,
me.
you're fine.
Because Jacob actually, I can speak for him because he isn't here because he's busy today. That
What a
little
bastard.
goblin. Yeah, he essentially just said that he like Zelda is his #1 game, where like Jack and Daxter is mine, and he learned that game obviously like some guy comes over to your house or you go to their house and they're just playing the shit out of that game and you're like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and then that just becomes your little focus. Jack and Daxter was my game and my brother's game, but like Spore, I think, was that for me. Stupid PC game my neighbors had it.
4.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I like
interesting,
designing.
actually.
No, it's such a. I still love it, even though it was a flop because I was too young for the hype. But yeah, Jack and Daxter kicked ass. I cut you
Oh,
off,
yeah.
though, Mario. What were you gonna say?
No, now I'm trying to think like what's like a big influence on me. But I mean, I guess I
Mario?
could say Souls.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
yeah, Souls.
but yeah, Souls. Souls is
I can't.
for me. Souls is always like that big. Like you could see, it's weird, but you could see certain impacts that like big things that I was into when I was younger will have on me. Like there was I recorded a little podcast with Cool Boy Shane
Oh yeah.
a while ago, and he was asking me about my art, and he goes, "You put a lot of color in there, and there's like, I never really see that. That's really cool." And I was like, "You know what the influence of that is?" And he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "So, I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure." And,
Honestly,
They use very interesting colors in that, so that is a really fair
Yeah.
inspiration.
Like that's what got me into getting like very dramatic kind of poses and stuff like that, and it's calmed down a lot. I know before in the past.
I noticed, you used a lot more muscle tone than you do now. I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love drawing muscle. It's more like I'm very detail oriented,
Mhm.
and when I start doing, it kind of makes me think of back a long time ago when I would draw. I would kind of get into the habit of wanting to put like almost that fantasy, like Final Fantasy style, like super over the top design stuff on things. And the thing that made me kind of ground it a bit more was, oh, what if I put detail in like the body itself? What if I showed off like skin more often and started to get into like muscle
That's
tone?
interesting. I think a big part of it is when you're learning art, the muscle tone and the way that muscles work is kind of an absolute, which is not true biologically, but the moment that you start to learn that in art and the way that we've studied art, it's like, oh, okay, this is reliable. Like bodies work this way, that like muscles build this way. And then I feel like once you step off of that, you realize, oh, hey, muscle can go any sort of ways, and like layers of fat can kind of roll over the muscle, and it's still an interesting body. And it's like a baseline. It's like a secondary tutorial for how bodies work. I remember, just a stupid off-tangent, but remember what you're about to say.
Yeah.
I saw when I was visiting LA, there was just a stupid painting of like a Stan Lee Spider-Man on the side of a building, and and from that, I was like, oh, that's how bodies work. This whole time I was doing like a, hide the hands behind the body kind of thing, or like not quite that, but like stupid, like gimmicky tricks to like, this is how a body works. Just you do the Pringle torso, but I was like, oh, well, no way. And from that, obviously you build and you learn there's more nuance.
There's something that I find very fun, and it's gotten me better at doing bodies in general, but it's this thing of there is something really interesting about the reason I really like the shape of muscle and doing it on a character is because there's a very interesting rhythm to the body where it's just like there's fun dynamic feels to the flow of the shape of a body, like kind of following how the legs move and everything like that, and it helps with posing and everything like that. But it also kind of makes you think once you have that in your head. That's also why a lot of artists tend to draw people kind of naked first, and then they draw clothes on top. It's judging by how like an arm is extended, and it depending on how big that arm is muscle wise, or like if it's like a thinner arm or whatever, it depicts how cloth will drape over, or how
so many
certain
layers
pieces will...
to art, which is so cool because like you build from the ground up and you build based on your understanding, which is why people start with stick figures. And the idea of a stick figure is technically wrong. If we all made stick figures using motion lines, everyone would be a better artist, like immediately starting out. Because stick figures, you break it down to a dumbass, like, okay, there's this line, there are these parts of a body. But if you think more about gestures than the body making those gestures, it immediately becomes cooler, I think.
Definitely.
But anyways, I haven't practiced art in a while. We did have an earlier question from Mist I do want to address just because it's an interesting tangent, going back to JoJo's, but not quite. What was it? How do you get into One Piece?
Whoa.
And would you say it's even worth it? This is an interesting podcast if you're still here, because all of us...
Should I show off my One Piece collection in the back and my literal One Piece mug I've been drinking out of this whole time?
Okay, interesting.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, grab some stuff. I'll just mention that I finished One Piece, or I got caught up. Not this last episode last week, but the one before that. That's about when there's. Okay, no, that's in the overlay. He's got all the posters back there, if you can see.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of
posters. So to answer the question,
let me actually turn the light on so you can see him better.
How do you get into One Piece? You should just leave
Chapter
that on
1.
overall. I don't know why you leave that off. Your camera.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it look better this way?
Yes.
I always thought it had too much shadow, actually.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
the problem is that it adds more color. When there's a lack of color, your camera has to figure out and make up some bullshit, and that's why it looks like lower resolution.
Yeah, right
Oh.
now I have both my lights on. I just have like the background thing going on.
Hang on. I thought it's just because I live my life in PS2.
Right. Oh, that's
hell.
bad.
That's better.
It's
Okay.
a little better, yeah. No,
That's a good balance. All
that's
right. Now I can see my white beard in all of its full glory.
good.
Yay.
Oh, that is.
Oh, hell
really
yeah.
cool,
I
actually.
love him
That's
so
sick
much.
as hell.
He's my dad. Hello. Introduce yourself,
He's my
everybody.
dad.
Here's my dad. He's.
I It's funny because I remember when I first tried
no,
to get into One Piece.
You give your spiel. I'll be honest with mine.
I thought One Piece, the art style did not call out to me immediately.
No.
It was like super cartoony, and I was like, I don't know. This was outside looking in, just thinking, oh man, this is like what the weebs are into, and I'm like, I just
The irony there, but yeah.
yeah. This is what the weebs are into.
The fact that we're like in the middle line, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I have been on the far side, and I understand this point too.
But it's funny because once I actually gave it a chance, I remember I binged One Piece. Where did I stop? There's a point that I still haven't gotten past. I think I got stuck on like I got like stuck on a filler thing, but I think they had
There's an online thing for skipping filler.
yeah,
I
at the time I wasn't able to like figure out how far I needed to get, but it was also like I blasted through like 300 episodes, and I was no, it was further than that. It was way further than that. Like I think how many episodes did they have now?
Almost 1,000.
Oh, geez, like
1,000 is gonna show
almost.
up on the 20th of this month.
yeah.
I want to say like I was at like 500 at that point, and
Wow.
And
That's a
it
good
was
number.
like it was.
It's not.
This was back when I was in high school. I
That's
would
before,
get home.
That's before Marineford.
Marineford.
my
Which one
gosh.
is Marineford?
That was the war.
Yeah, the war between essentially the pirates
Yes.
and the military with Whitebeard.
Yeah.
I didn't get there
The
yet,
war.
but I saw clips of it. Like I'm familiar with it, but I know that I haven't actually watched it. I know because I remember distinctly
Okay.
I started to get the slowdown after I got past Thriller Bark, and then it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
just kind of
Mhm.
starting to teeter forward, where it's like I've been
just
blasting
saw
through this so long.
A moth specifically flew into my light box and left exactly 5 pieces of moth dust from the wings.
Yeah.
Just in a row on the box.
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
nothing, but
That's a memento.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
all meant.
Should I say my spiel on how I got into it?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, no, I'd like to hear yours first.
Okay. Because
Mine's interesting.
for me, because I grew up with no internet, no real video games. My only source of nerdy things was actually at Scholastic Book Fair. I found something called Shonen Jump magazine where I saw Yu-Gi-Oh on the front of it,
Wow.
and I was like, "Yo, that's cool." And at the time, I was working part-time for my dad, and I think I could get like a whole year subscription for like 20 or more bucks, a really good deal. And I saw I could read Yu-Gi-Oh, Bobobo, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece in this for free, and I'm just like, this is so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I subscribed to the subscription, and at the time I really only knew about Yu-Gi-Oh, but then I started learning more about Naruto and One Piece, and just eventually, and One Piece was slow for me because at first I feel like I enjoyed it but didn't really appreciate it. But so I'm a sucker for found family. I'm not going to deny it. I'm going to put that out there right now.
Who isn't these days? Honestly, we could all.
Yeah,
use it.
honestly.
Most of us are stuck in like a family that doesn't understand us. I want to say I feel like that's a very widespread thing right now.
Yeah.
So, a matter of
After-
finding yourself, and finding yourself is hard enough already. It's impossible for a lot of people, and especially in One Piece where it's represented, finding people who
Yeah.
accept you for who you are is equally impossible. So to get this idea of I found who I am and I found a family that accepts me is almost impossible. So the fantasy is just such a beautiful concept, and I feel like obviously people should try and strive to be that family.
Yeah.
At least. Then if you are that family, you'll find it. That's how it goes.
Yeah, it is. Like, even to that extent, I'm literally throwing a Thanksgiving party just for some of my friends that have a crappy family situation right now.
Yeah, actually, locally, because I moved up to. Oh, I'm not doxing anyone, really. It's abstract. But I moved up to the Pacific Northwest, and Rymac and that whole group of people, I think Tabaxi Cafe and Eldritch Sugar are also in this area, like 2-hour, 3-hour range. We're going to be doing a Friendsgiving too. So
that's so great. I'm happy for you.
Cool.
Yeah,
it feels right. It's awesome.
That's cool. That's very cool.
That sounds so fun. I kind of wish I was.
Right.
That's the only time I wish I was up in that area. But yeah. So
hey, now it rains. It's nice. We have.
It rains here too.
We have
weasels.
Okay.
You have the birds, the squirrels
weasels.
that you've enlisted.
I'm kidding. I like where I live. Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
But
that's the best place to be.
Yeah. So, but what happened in particular was when I got to what arc was it called? The Ennie's Lobby arc, where you're having that hard moment where a character that you most people probably thought, hey, this character is going to betray them eventually. Then, this part when you find out literally she was giving herself up just to try and save the crew, but regardless, Luffy said, "Screw that! I'm going to literally fight the entire world to save you." It was just such a beautiful moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. It was. A lot of people could relate to that character in that moment, where it's like, I have forfeit my life for your sake. Please leave me alone. And they just say, no, fuck you. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Either you're joining us or die on your own terms. But if you want to join us, then you're being an idiot. And that's what's...
Yeah, just that moment of Luffy saying, I want to hear you say it. That moment, I've seen it 3 different times. I cry every time I see it. It's such a beautiful scene. And so that really resonated with me. Like, I liked it. It was this amazing thing. And despite how terrible my high school and middle school experience was, once a month I would get this magazine and I'd be able to read them and enjoy them and just see this story of these people just going off on an adventure. And it was great. And as I've grown up, me and my wife will watch it together, and she really enjoys it too. And something really resonates with me, and I still feel like it holds up over time. So it is a challenge, and I recommend people, they read the manga because the manga is shorter and way better condensed. Like, the anime drags things on to a stupid extent sometimes.
There are specific moments where, Dressrosa, Whole Cake, it's just, Dressrosa is a nightmare. Where it's just like, I understand, like, as a writer, the gravity that goes into what this situation is. Everything is like happening all at once, and it's important that it does. If it gets dragged out, the gravity is just reduced. So the anime does effectively kill some scenes and some moments.
The entire thing with Usopp setting up that shot that literally saved Luffy and Law, like
4 episodes.
It was a whole episode when I felt like that was a disservice to Usopp, who literally his whole thing is he may not be the best fighter, but on his own terms, he is the absolute best.
In Dressrosa, where he takes like 6 episodes to basically undo his whole character arc and then be like, you know what, on second thought, it sucks.
Yeah, but, it was a disservice to him and also a disservice to Law, who literally sat there as Sugar was obviously getting closer to him. The most cautious, arguably smart guy in the show was just like, hold on, Luffy, we shouldn't trust this little girl. Luffy, you stop that. Luffy, I'm going to get annoyed if you don't do that. Luffy, I can only do this for 30 more minutes. Stop that. While Usopp's setting up the shot, and it's just like,
come on, man. Come on, man.
But no, I say it's an investment. Yeah. it's an investment, but fully worth it to me because
It
it
is.
is such a beautiful story, and
Mhm.
it has something that I feel a lot of animes fall short on in a few
So
eras recently.
just as a
Oh,
closing
sorry.
statement, then real quick, I feel like
Oh.
you will never find someone who has watched all the way through One Piece who regrets it. I've never
Uh-huh.
met those people. And if you ask the
Mhm.
people who have stopped early, it's mostly because of pacing or design choices. So if you're a fan of the
Yeah.
story, if you're a fan of characters, watch the show and enjoy it. That's the whole
Yeah,
reason
I'd,
I've
I'd
watched
say
it. But
I'd mostly just say give it a chance.
give
Like
it,
there's
yeah,
Yeah.
and don't give it like the what's the Madoka Magica?
it's like the
The
4.
Magic Girls,
Oh,
the
yeah.
3 episode.
Oh.
It needs, I'd say maybe until Zoro's a part of the crew. At that point,
Yeah.
if you're
Oh,
really,
yeah.
if you're really not
Yes.
hooked on the anime, then
Uh-huh.
that's fine. You don't have to watch it.
I'd also even say give the episode East Blue a try since it's only an hour and a half and it summarizes the whole first arc really
That
well.
too. Yeah, if you don't want to watch
Mhm.
the first arc, just watch that movie and then set in for a while. But
Yeah.
and One Piece
It-
fans. But yeah, no, I was introduced it to a person who's currently my ex, which is really funny.
Mhm.
Still have a good relationship with them. I still watch it with them. Like
Oh.
I got caught up with the show with them, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's really fucking good. I watched One Punch before it, so it's very confusing going back and forth. It's like, yeah, let's watch One Punch. I mean, yeah, no, it's all super good. I recommend it. I think that's
All right.
the extent of it.
I could go on about this for a while, so we could change topics
Yeah,
if you don't
I'll
want to do
take
that.
one more tangent before we close out. If we don't have one, I'll try and think of one. Just give me a second.
Okay. Want me to pull from my prompt out of a hat?
You have those?
No, it's just me bull crapping, but I act like I know what I'm doing.
I honestly wanted to make a bulleted list from the Sleepy Cast because every time that they go over a topic, I have my own story based on the topic they go over, and it's like I want to fucking tell that someday because I've seen some weird shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, other than that, the only other thing that was coming to my mind is want to rant about my family for a bit, since I relate to that pretty hard for a while, but I don't want to do that. So what was my thing I was thinking of saying earlier? Let's talk about Jak and Daxter for a bit. Oh, I did have a question about Jak and Daxter, because it got brought up in the chat about the tone change in Jak and Daxter. How'd y'all feel about that?
I was too young to realize that it was ripping off Grand Theft Auto, but I had a fun time with it, and honestly, the gameplay through, I want to say all 3 games is good.
Yeah, because I know we were in that era where edgy stuff was getting thrown in our face, but I still remember distinctly looking at Devil May Cry, like the DMC remake where they made Dante an emo kid, seeing that I was 13, right, the perfect age for it, and I'm like, that looks lame. Why'd they do that to him?
Yeah, right. I was okay with the time jump. My biggest problem was at the ending of the first game. If you kick its ass, it shows you like there's a secret door at the end of the game, and you can only open it if you destroy the game. I destroyed the game twice, and both times it was like the door opens and it's like, whoa, it's a big light that we didn't create an asset for. Let's imply the start of the next game because we don't know what that is. And then it was Grand Theft Auto, and it's like,
that's fair. I did like the twist that they were actually in the future the whole time, not the past. That was a cool twist. Like they were in a post-apocalyptic world.
Mm-hmm. Which
that was something I thought was neat. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Adventure Time shamelessly stole from Jak and Daxter. Let's make a thread about that. They have a small animal and a human.
That's a really important question that was given. Views on the One Piece rap. Flawless. OG.
They're just trying to get me back onto One Piece.
There is.
Did you see they actually updated One Piece rap?
Oops. I'm sorry about that. That probably
Did they?
blasted some people's ears.
So
Oh, no.
yeah, the original guy who did the rap for One Piece actually updated it with all the current crew members.
That's
Nice, good
cool,
for him.
actually.
Same with
It actually is. It was this weird feeling of nostalgia for an adaptation I really didn't care for.
Amazing.
That's cool in a way. In a way that kind of makes me feel like that guy probably got into One Piece after working on it.
Yeah. The guy himself, I looked at his Twitter. He actually does seem like a pretty cool guy, but yeah, he just extended the rap and included up to the member that joined in Wano, which I don't want to say in case Logan hasn't seen it yet.
Oh no, I'm all caught up, but leave it.
Okay, yeah.
Leave it for the viewers.
For the viewers, you'll be really happy if he joins.
My brain is at a standstill. I'm sorry. I'm so
Oh, hell
starry.
yeah. I'm starry-eyed.
I'm so starry-eyed.
No, it's good. Okay, so
Childhood. Let's bring it back to memories. What is the
Child.
most?
Okay.
Take it away.
What is
Okay.
the most influential piece of media that you've seen?
Ooh.
Crap.
Influential in what sense? Life is diverse. Creative.
Something that creatively, like
Okay.
something that you kind of always feel somewhat of a hint that kind of lingers with you, if you know anything that might be.
That is really interesting.
I got one for that actually.
Okay, go.
Final Fantasy for me actually.
Oh,
Like-
the 7 or just all of them?
Pretty much all of them. Like I honestly can't think of one I just dislike. There's aspects to some of them I dislike, I won't deny, but there isn't a game I just solely completely like, yeah, I don't touch that one. Like each of them, even like 13, I feel like people crap on 13 the most. It still had a lot of interesting elements to it.
Yeah, the atmosphere that they make for each of them is really cool, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because for me, that was the first time, aside from Jack and Daxter, really seeing like sci-fi and fantasy elements really blend that well.
Yeah, it's always good to see like the blending of the future and the past together, because that's kind of what we have now, just in a really stupid way. Like we're
Yeah.
doing it wrong. We should be in Final Fantasy or Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
I should have a
doing it.
chocobo.
Yeah, I honestly
Goddamn.
think that my biggest inspiration creatively is biology and like physics, just minor physics, like microbiology.
Oh,
physics
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff,
Mhm.
where I don't want to make things real per se, because that's boring, but I want to explore like what if these hyperactive mechanics of this animal had super hyperactive mechanics of other animals. Or like what if I were to bolster this animal and be like, okay, what if it were in a different environment? It's weird. I don't even know what to call it. It's a type of world.
It helps
building.
it ground something in a way.
It's like, okay, instead of going off the ether, which I'm obviously an incredible hypercritical on myself. So when I make something, I want it to feel real. So when I base it on reality, I have like a stepping stone or like a diving board to jump off of and be like, oh, okay, now that I have these things, like, let's say the Yeti crab, like it lives near geothermal vents and it has a bunch of hairs on its arms that it puts a bunch of moss and algae in, that it grows that stuff in to eat. So it's a self-farmer and it cultivates these weird environments that if you kill it, the entire environment dies because it's symbiotic. So to build a relationship where like if you kill a dragon, the entire environment dies. Everyone's like, what's going on? What did you do? And then you get to like build it from the bottom up. Like what
This creature was part of the fucking ecosystem. You fucked the
Exactly.
ecosystem by killing it.
No, exactly. It's super fun. It's super fun to like build a system.
Yeah.
Instead of
And I like that. That was really fun when we were building the monster, that one podcast we did where you were grounding it in reality each time. Instead of me just like, yeah, that'd be cool if it had this cool maw that's able to suck people in, and you're just like, and you're talking about actual like physics behind it and what could be
like
a real life equivalent. I'm like, whoa, that's neat.
That's I have a guilty pleasure in like real monsters because there's so many of them. They're so cool, and I want people to learn that you can kill anyone with like 5 monsters in your immediate environment.
There's in that same sense, Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, continue that. But I was just it made me really pissed off. I wrote a video script today that was essentially saying I have no idea where I'm going in my videos, but it was the like least inspired monsters in 5e, and there was one of them where it's just like, yeah, this is smarter than mundane monsters. It can take orders, but sometimes it doesn't obey those orders. It's like, yeah, that's a dog. That's a fucking dog. Like,
It's a dog.
dumbass.
It's a stone, Luigi. it's, but I get that guilty pleasure, or something that I tend to do a lot is I will hyper fixate on something. So there's like small things that are meant to more so be like, don't think too hard on it, or I'll just be like, no, I'm gonna think super hard on this. Like the last time I remember somebody catching me doing that was I was watching Aladdin with a friend, and there was this point where he wishes, all right, I want to be a prince, and I'm like stuck, and I'm just thinking, so when he says that, what does that mean exactly? Because so far, okay, he's a prince, but a prince of what?
Generated, yeah.
Like, yeah. So that's my question.
Principality is a legal term.
I thought that as well. Did he manifest a whole kingdom? Where'd all them stuff come from?
My question comes in. So is he now prince of an actual location, or is it like if you were global view, does this new place like just appear?
It's like,
is this
does he kill a king of a nearby kingdom?
Yeah,
or does he generate one out of thin air? Like, we don't know how this genie shit works.
Does he ever visit this kingdom? Does this all just fade away? Is the genie conning him in a way where it's just like he gives him?
Is there a coup?
Exactly. Like it's what. Because I'm thinking more in the monkey paws sense, or it's just.
Have you actually read the original myth for that?
Yes, I have.
So, yeah.
It's super dark, but it kind of makes me, because I've thought about wishes in D&D, and my main thought is this: like when somebody uses a wish, it should never really 100% be good. I feel like there's always going to be something that is going to fuck with the, like, it's your specific wording, because the idea would be you're not supposed to just get to this point. This is, you're trying to take like an easy finisher card to get to where you want to go
based on your misunderstanding of how you get there normally. So
yes,
that's the weird thing about magic that makes it, or wish magic specifically, that makes it so weird to me is your perception of reality is based on who you are and how you've experienced reality. So if you have a wish, is it like, especially with a genie, is it based on the genie's understanding of reality?
I feel it's the genie.
It is.
The genie is fucking with the wish.
Which is why wish magic from yourself is so disgustingly horrific. Because then you warp reality based on the fact that you don't understand how it works. Because if you understood how it works, you wouldn't be making a wish, you fucking idiot. You'd be living life. So
it makes me think
it is just evil incarnate, and the fact that genies get to command it for fun is the weirdest thing to me.
When I have wishes in my games, I always try to have an entity be something that grants it. Like I remember the first time I ever did it, I had like set this thing up where I had given players a card of like that deck of many things, and I had like only a few cards in there, and one of them was meant to be the wish. I never actually got to play it out, but my thought was going to be, when they pull out the card, it would be like nothing happens, sky then starts to go dark, clouds start to come in, this big serpent-like body starts to creep through the clouds, and it would just be like this Shenron type thing where it's just like it grants a wish, but the wish, it can't just be like, oh, well, we complete our objective or something like that, because it's, if you try to just get to the end point.
I actually had that in the Tesseract game that we played. It was in the area where Old Man Mario Sack was actually. So they essentially save this like young wish dragon, and she's the only one of her kind, and she's like, okay, I can collectively grant each of you wishes. One warlock whose patron was physical and bound and
Jacob's
horrifically
fucking warlock.
disgustingly
Yeah.
powerful. He wished that his patron would go away. He went away, and he came right back because his one fundamental, the one fundamental concept is that he can't be killed by any means periodically. Existentially, he cannot. He is an absolute. So he wished he'd go away. He went in like 600 feet into space and came right back. And he's like, "Thanks for freeing me, you little idiot." And,
Yeah.
like the only wishes that go well are the petty ones. The ones
Like
where
the cinnamon
you
bun.
immediately understand. Yeah, I want food forever. Food's
Yeah.
right there forever, out of the bag. That's easy. But when you wish for abstract things that are out of your control, that's when the wish becomes messed up. Like Polnareff and JoJo.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
I want to defy.
Oh, that was a twisted episode too.
Yeah, I want to defy a fundamental I don't understand. And he tried, and the fundamental, he didn't understand how he defied it. He just did, and that's the whole problem. It's like, I want money. Oh, money's right here. It's like, that's not how that works, you idiot. So if you were to have petty wishes, like how the episode ended, where they're immediate and badass, then yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. That's cool to me, is immediate wishes.
That's the fun shit to me and it helps expand the story because it's not just like, oh, my problem solved, a good, happy ending, where it's like, no, that's not how this works, buddy.
Yeah. An old DM I played with actually had a pretty smart thing where the guy who got it asked for a +3 bow, and he got it, but it belonged to somebody else who wanted his bow.
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
The foot rub. What's the word for paradox? The foot rub paradox.
I haven't heard of that one actually.
It's from Adventure Time. It's who's gonna give you the foot rub? Do I take a man from his family while they're having dinner? Like, is it a monkey, a crocodile, a masseuse? It's up to I don't know. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
I never saw much Adventure Time. Funny enough.
Oh, it's so good. But I do have we'll just do a closing question. Because obviously we've learned that grandiose wishes don't work. They'll mess your life up. So what is one wish now with that knowledge? Like, let's say you are making it to a genie, and you want it to just be a simple, genuine wish. Let's say that you had to, and I'll try and subject myself to the same, and I'll be the genie for both your wishes, and then when you be the genie for me.
Ooh.
Okay.
They're simple. They're supposed to be simple.
I feel like a simple one that I could do is just like, I want the motivation to over like the next 8 months just to be super consistent with a workout plan.
Okay. I summon a bone devil.
Oh shit!
Oh!
No!
If you fail to work out at any point, the bone devil gets to do half of whatever it wants to do to you, as long as you retain sentience and muscle rebuildability. Like
that works.
It'll beat
I
you
mean,
up, but you won't.
That'd be
die.
motivating. It'd definitely be motivating. It's like the thing just creeps out.
It'll show up, yeah, within the hour that you have set up to work out. It'll be like, work out, you bitch.
It's watching me.
Yeah. Watch.
Will it like spot me?
It'll physically. Yeah, no, it'll. Spot, no, it's there for your support. It'll spot you. It's like he wants you to get fucking yoked, bro.
That's fucking horrifying. It's
Can
like
we get a bone devil just
it's like
like
the
in a
fucking
wife
pincer,
beater
like, right at my
sweatband?
throat.
He's carrying a G Fuel shaker full of protein shake.
That's horrifying, but that's good. Yeah.
Gonna get them gains, Mario.
Honestly, that'd be great.
No, honestly, I feel like that would get you there. That's like the perfect motivator. So that's
absolute fear.
That's an even gain wish. You would have trauma when you came out, but you'd be so yoked.
Yeah.
Right,
as long as if you got injured though, that would be so bad if you couldn't work out for any reason.
Yeah, it's like it would fucking.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
if
I got fucked up. Yeah, like it'd be like a point where I'm trying to like not overexert myself, so I'm like, hold on, I can't. My arm feels weird, and it's just like the fucking pincer like grabbing at my throat. It's like, oh, okay, never mind.
One more rep, Mario.
Fine, I swear.
One more set. So
One more set.
Because
Go on.
I literally had a friend of mine who, because he was lifting too much and straining himself too much, he tore the tendons connecting to
Yeah.
to his sternum.
Yeah.
So that's the
Mm.
first thing that came to my mind.
Okay.
Like
So
the
you're-
explosion of the fucking muscle right there. Yeah.
So your wish is
He-
different, I hope.
He benched too hard. I've been pretty good about keeping a workout routine, so yeah, I know Bone Devil hopefully, or it's just Bone Devil different form helping me do my taxes. But like I really don't want to sound conceited, but I'm trying to think. I don't
No,
have many
make
major
your
wants.
wish with the wisdom that you have now, because I'm thinking of wishes that I know would mess me up. I'm trying to reset it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cock.
Mine is motivation as well. So I didn't also want to piggyback off that because.
Oh no, you're fine.
No, it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, so mine would be more to motivation to work on my personal projects because there's a lot I want to do, but I am a very busy person between doing this just for fun and also working and going to school. So yeah.
Okay. I would, as the genie, I would give you a small amount of money that would just magically appear in your bank account. And I would have something horrific and traumatic happen at both your job at your school that gets you fired and unenrolled. So that you can only work on your passions. I might ruin your marriage. I'll probably ruin your marriage. So there's nothing left to do.
You have to work on this only.
Yeah.
Gotta work
This
on my
is
marriage
what
and
you
everything else fun.
wanted.
And it would
A
be like
lack
that
of
weird.
distractions.
It's that weird
I-
monkey's paw where it's like
Yeah,
all
that's a good
all
one.
the horrific stuff gives you this weird influence on whatever you're working on, like that passion
Mm.
where it's like I have to have some sort of outlet.
Yeah, if I got dedicated to it, that could also be just something that destroys me as well. Like I spend too much
Yeah.
time working on a personal projects and no time with Kristen. So yeah.
Okay. So note that neither of mine had auxiliary punishments unless you failed what you needed to do.
Yeah.
I think for my wish, I want a garden in my backyard that
Oh.
fed me all year round.
Mm.
Or that generated food that I could use all year round, rather. We'll do that so it doesn't.
I
force
would
me.
say what it would do is it would start to suck all the nutrients out of everything in like the so it's like this garden specifically
Man,
and it's
you
just like
motherfucker. No, I'm. The book that I've been writing right now, I made a spell that nourishes you, but destroys everything in the area.
it destroys everything.
Yeah.
It's like that is the only nice thing that you'll have, whereas
Wait,
all
what do
the
you-
other
what do you-
wildlife
like biologically,
as-
like my cats would die.
yes like no like it's like
I-
like wild like it would start at
So, yeah,
grass would start to die around
Okay.
there, and then like trees around there would also start to kind of wither.
equatable to the amount that I need calorically each day.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's like this thing just keeps feeding more and more out, and it's to the point where like wildlife starts disappearing because it can't like live around in the area as much. Like there's like no nuts for
because I said my backyard. It's
that's
specifically
your
temporal.
backyard.
Yeah, it's my current
And it's
backyard.
this weird thing where people's other like everybody else's like lawns will start to wither as well and shit, and
they'll
they can
notice.
pinpoint it. They'll pinpoint it where it's like yours specifically.
Hey, you've
It's
got
fine.
enough food for you. You're gonna.
Okay.
What the fuck is this? What did you do?
Okay, that'd be bad.
I-
have to fight my neighbors. That's a good one.
I had an opposite take on that
Yeah, go for it.
actually.
Oh,
Of
okay.
it works. You're able to get enough food for it to where you are able to eat comfortably, but the food is completely racked by pesticides and insects to the point it takes so much upkeep in this garden it starts to eat into your regular schedule and your finances.
I'd be okay with that if it weren't for property tax, but no, I'm screwed.
Oh,
That's gonna do
Got
me,
him.
and the IRS is gonna show up on my front door and be like, "Hey man, you haven't been paying taxes." I'm like, "This garden, bro." I'm done
Yeah,
for.
sorry.
I love you went for suck it out. I went for biology attacks. So
That's good. And with
well,
that,
I love
all of our
duality.
lives are effectively ruined by our own wishes, which we had good wishes. I think they were fair and within our boundaries. We still got messed up.
You say that, but I was honestly thinking of just bailing out of work 2 days ago, so that's really funny.
Honestly, who hasn't been?
Oh yeah.
I've been really good for a while, but just things got interesting last week, so yay.
Yeah. Feel free to vent later, bro. But for the end of this, we're gonna take the. You know what? I can't. I almost said something mean.
Should we attack the guy that donated $50 again?
Yeah, we're gonna take that $50
Fuck you,
and we're gonna
Raisins,
get the
you
hell out
bastard.
of here, you stupid idiot.